cause they don't talk too much. I ain't with the end of the game. Us, we hope that they ain't too much. Show you the meaning of S to S. Lay back in the land. Don't know if your papers gon' handle that. Keep a motherfucking can, I'm a fucking can. Hey, I'm motherfuckers back. Yeah, I'm ladies, come get it, man. Y'all lanes don't understand. You can see the fat stacks off in my band. Trying to bring it like a lane, you don't got a chance. Why? Some gangsta, gangsta. You can go by. Real church on the shit, baby, go you go by. With a gangsta, gangsta. Yeah, that's me. Check it out, right? Dirty coming down your street. I'm a gangsta, gangsta. Check the street up. Got a bitty killer. I'm a gangsta. Hard like credit, hardest nigga on the planet. Air punch, I throw man. Don't be standing at the beat, goddamn. Knock you up your balance if your ass try to challenge. Oh, me? Hey, I was no killer. Just said that I ain't no bitch, nigga. You didn't think I was gon' fold. The side, that's my little homie pulling that trick. Just worry about myself. When I'm in LA, I run the cactus with the bill. The picture mind, every rock Versace from the I'm so gangsta, I get zero out the middle. And I ain't thinking I'm just real like that. What am I saying? Ain't built like that. I got gangsta in my blood. Gangsta. Charge on baby, go you pull a
All right. Everybody, cut the music because I don't have much time. What's up, gangsters? What's going on, everybody? D Nation in the building. Let me get my link out to my co-host. Tired tonight. Yeah, and so while people are coming in, I want to talk a little bit about. We'll talk about a few things. Lady Bell, how are you? Did you get the notification? Yeah, people, if you're not getting the notifications, make sure you click off and click it back on, okay? I'm gonna make a few announcements. 1 second here, let me, something going here. Yeah, I didn't want to play too much music, man. The music is screwed up anyway. I don't have time to fix it right now. So I'm still working on that. I'll do everything while you're on the road, though. Okay. Link is in the Discord. All right. All right, everybody. What's going on? Hey, listen, I'm not going to be on here very long. I wasn't going to do a live stream tonight, but a few things been brought to my attention that I want to address. One, I'm going to put out a disclaimer. I did before, but I want to make sure it's very clear to everybody about the 1 o'clock challenge. Okay, make sure you consult your doctors before you take on a program like this because it's a high octane fat burning process. And if you are morbidly obese or overweight, you may have complications. So make sure you talk to your doctor first. Tell them what the 1 o'clock challenge is so they'll know what it is and see if they give you a clean bill of health to participate, okay? We are assuming that you're healthy enough to go through this challenge. We're not doctors. We don't know what your condition is. Only you know what your underlying conditions are. So please make sure you consult with your doctor first before taking on this challenge, okay? All right, and those of you who are healthy enough to participate, who are dropping weight really, really quickly, keep it up. Congratulations to you, you know, the people who are starting to feel good about themselves, okay? We still got a ways to go, okay? Remember, we're gonna knock off a ton of weight and we're going to get healthier in the process, okay? And then at the end, your mind will be conditioned, you know, to eat healthy and to maintain a healthy weight. That's the ultimate goal at the end of all of this. It's not just losing weight. It's it's building the mentality, the proper mentality, to eat healthy and to maintain a healthy weight and to stay healthy. That's the ultimate goal here on Everyday Start Network with the 1 o'clock challenge. Okay, and so that is the disclaimer. Please consult with your doctor first. This is a high octane fat burning process. Okay, consult your doctor first. Make sure you're healthy enough to participate in this 1 o'clock challenge. All right, that out the way. Hold on 1 second, man. I must got the wrong I got the wrong live going on. What the hell? How did this happen? Okay, somehow I got multiple. Not sure how that happened. There's some pretty wild stuff going on here on YouTube, man. All right. Well, what I was going to talk about also tonight was a gent culture. So give me a second to get myself together here, and I will get into gent culture in a second. Um, Let me find out what happened to my other stream. I may have crossed something up because I'm okay. So it didn't take. Oh, it's saying it's live as well. Interesting. Not sure what the hell's going on with that. I had to fix that. All right, I'll deal with that later. All right. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Um, do you guys see two streams going on here? No. You guys see another stream going on, or is it just this one? Okay. All right. Well, it's not live. Okay. All right. I'll have to fix that. For some reason, it's showing that I got two streams going on at once, and I don't. All right. I'll fix that. I'll deal with that. All right. Anyway, putting out the disclaimer. All right. We talked about the new Black Power before. Okay. And a part of the new Black Power is something we're working on called gent culture. And it's a culture of raising young gentlemen. Okay. We have enough foul mouthed young boys. We have enough foul mouthed old men. We have enough disgraceful old men that our young boys are taken after. It's time that we stop that culture. It's time that we stop the pimp culture, the player culture. All of this is negative and destructive towards black society. It's time we start teaching our boys and raising our boys to be gentlemen. And this is what gent culture is all about. The art of raising your young boys to be polite, to be courteous, to be respectful, okay, to be chivalrous. We need to bring chivalry back. We need to start treating our women like women again. We need to stop calling them hoes, stop calling them bitches, stop calling them strags, stop disrespecting them, and start addressing them properly as women, addressing them by their names with some respect. Show them some respect and dignity. You know, being a gentleman is an honorable thing to be. And there's older brothers who understand gent culture, who was raised in it, who were taught to be gentlemen at a young age, such as myself and a lot of brothers from my generation. We need to start passing this on to our young boys. They're not getting these teachings from anywhere else. I see a lot of young boys walking around here now with absolutely no respect for anything. That shouldn't be. Okay, I see young boys, 16, 17, they hate women already. You shouldn't be hating women as a 16-year-old boy, a 14-year-old boy. A 13-year-old boy has no business walking around here hating women. So we have to start young. We have to start teaching our young boys the art of being a gentleman. so we can begin to repair the relations between young black men and young black women. If we can repair the relations at an early age, okay, they'll be stronger at an older age. All right. So this is what Gen Culture is all about. This is a part of the new Black Power. When I launched the new channel, and we really, and I'm going to really go in depth in what the new Black Power represent and what it's all about. I don't give a damn what somebody thinks, what somebody wants to come at me about, or I don't give a fuck about all that. Because you see, if you're spending your time trying to hurt other black people, then you ain't about shit anyway. And you ain't doing us no good any old goddamn way. So why the fuck would I give a fuck about what other motherfuckers want to do to try to hurt shit, try to tear shit down? I'm doing what I can as a black man to help my people. I'm trying to do something about the things that I see that are destructive to us. And if people want to try to stop me from doing that, be my guest. You don't have to listen. You don't have to come to my channel. You don't do any of that. Just keep it moving. I'm going to try to do what I can to help my people. I'm going to do what I can to try to change what I see that is destructive with our young boys. Our young boys don't have any respect. A lot of them hate women. A lot of them are very nasty towards older people. We weren't like that when I was younger. We was taught respect. We had respect for our elders. We respected our women and our children. Okay? So, this is what we are about with the new Black Power. Gen Culture is a part of the new Black Power. We're changing the way Black Power is supposed to be represented. We're changing the meaning. You see, the old meaning has become corrupted. Like I said, even the Black Power fist now has been compromised. You know, with rainbows. Okay, so we're even going to change that. We have a new representation of what Black Power is going to be. All right, and so part of the new Black Power is representing gent culture, the fine art of being polite, the fine art of being courteous, chivalrous, honorable. All of these things go into creating a fine young man, a gentleman. This is how we combat pimp culture and player culture. We don't need pimp culture. We don't need player culture. We don't need any of that, because all that does is destroy us as black people. It hurts our women and it destroys the mentality of our boys. It turns our boys into womanizers, women haters, and subject them to becoming a homosexual, especially pimps. If you saw the way pimps dress, many of them dress like ladies, like your boy Iceberg Slim, and so on. But gen culture is what we are about. The new Black Power. We have a lot of things that we're going to underline in the new Black Power. I have a whole thing that I'm writing up with a few people, and we're going to present it on the new channel in depth, in the full detail, when we talk about the new Black Power and what we want it to represent. We're not going to sit around and wait for other people to talk us to death. It's time to do something. It's time to do what you can, when you can, no matter where you are. I'm no longer interested in these long, drawn out plans that's going to take 40, 50, 60 years to accomplish. We don't have any more time. We need to do something now. Even if it's on a small scale. Do it on a small scale, and then it grows. We add people to it. We started the 1 o'clock challenge, now we're starting to grow. More people are starting to join the 1 o'clock challenge. Black people are losing weight already. They're feeling good about themselves. We're about to be 5 days in to the 1 o'clock challenge, and we already have several people who have already lost 3 to 4 pounds. Okay, so it's working, and those people, those black people, they feel good about themselves, and they have enthusiasm. They're smiling. They see something working, and now other people are hearing that it's working. So now it's growing, and this is what we're going to do with the new black power. See, the new black power is about action. The Jet culture is about action too. We're going to teach our young boys to be gentlemen. It's small now, but we're going to be consistent with it, so it will grow. We're not going to stop until Jet culture replaces pimp culture and player culture. We want the gentleman to be the most sought after male by black women, not the gangster, not the effeminate pimp or the weak ass player, womanizing player. We want those type of men to be a thing of the past for black women. Our goal and our vision is to have nothing but gentlemen for black women to choose from. Strong gentlemen, men who know how to protect, men who know how to provide, men who men who know how to build, men who know how to create, and men who know how to be polite, courteous, kind, and gentle when they need to be, and strong when they need to be. Men who know how to talk to women without calling them out of their name, without calling them hoes and bees. Men who know how to carry casual conversations with women and make them laugh, make them feel comfortable being around them. Men who pull chairs out for women, open up doors for women. Gentlemen, nothing wrong with being a gentleman. Now, you don't have to be some weakling to be a gentleman. Because some people say, well, you know what? A gentleman is weak. No, he's not. Don't say anything about a gentleman being weak. Weak men are weak. Gentlemen aren't weak. Now, no one says that a gentleman can't whoop somebody's ass. I don't know who said that. I know plenty of gentlemen that are whooping niggas' ass. So, gentlemen aren't weak. And they aren't pushovers. So don't go mistaking this for some whole other situation, because people are running their mouths because they don't want to be gentlemen. They want to be bums. But this is just a rough sketch of what I'm talking about. I have a whole lot more that I'm working on that I'm going to present. We launched the VPN channel. We talk about New Black Power in its entirety. All of the working parts of the New Black Power. It's about action. It's about black people doing. It's about black people working together. It's about black people helping each other. It's about black people being on code. It's about black men being strong. It's about black men being gentlemen. It's about black men working together with black women. It's about black men repairing relations and having positive relations with black women. It's about black men being strong fathers, strong teachers to their children, strong men to their wives and family. That's what the New Black Power is all about. I'm sure that there's some brothers out there who don't care anything about that. They want to sit up here and argue about what the black family is. Look, I had enough of all of that. It's about action. We can sit here and argue over and over and over and over again. And you can be right, I could be wrong. He can be right, she can be wrong. 50,000 times, it don't matter. If at the end of the day, we're still in the same situation, and we haven't improved, all we've done with all those arguments is waste each other's time and waste precious time as a people entirely. So the new Black Power is about utilizing that time effectively, efficiently, working with each other, ideas, sharing ideas with each other, creating things, not looking at each other as an enemy, not looking at each other the way white supremacists look at us, not looking at our children through the eyes of a white racist. You know, some black people see our children the same way white racists see them. They see our children as a threat. They see our children as full grown when they're 8 and 9 years old. Yeah, there's some black people who see our children the same way a racist does. We have to stop that. We have to stop looking at our children like they're full grown when they are children. We have to take control of the situation with our children. You shouldn't be afraid of your children. We have black parents who are afraid of their children. There's something wrong with that. Hell, if you're afraid of your child, what do you think the white person, what do you think these white people are going to be? And so there's situations that we have to deal with. We have to deal with also these children being pushed out of school. Now with COVID-19, there's some creative things that we need to do with education. We're going to talk to Brother Rob about that. We're going to talk to some educators about that going forward. So there's a lot of things that we have stocked the new Black Power with that we think are interesting things that black people would like. And all of these things require action. And all of these things can be done. They can be done on a smaller scale to get things started. Forget about all of this, you know, what happened in Egypt 50,000 years ago, and they dug up King Tut, and stole all his money, and fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle, I don't know, came in. Forget all that. It's time to do something. There's too much talking going on and no action. People wait until something tragic happens just so they can come on social media and say they got boots on the ground. Haven't changed a thing, but you got boots on the ground. That's supposed to mean something. Well, the new Black Power is about changing things. It's about doing something that means something. If it's just a conversation that we can have that can change something right now, that's the conversation that needs to be had. If it's a conversation about somebody being something that happened 50,000 years ago that really don't affect us, that's not a conversation we should be having. I don't care how small it is. If it's something that can improve our position for the better in this world, in this country, that it's a conversation that we need to have. And here at the Everyday Star Network with the New Black Power, those are the conversations that we are interested in having. We're interested in conversations that's going to change our life for the better, that's going to improve us that much further, that's going to advance us. Okay? We're no longer interested in long, drawn out, endless debates that amount to nothing. We need to have conversations that will end with conclusions. That we've concluded that this needs to happen and we're going to make it happen. I don't give a damn if you get together and say, in your neighborhood, there's a swing missing. So one of the kids can't play. One of the kids can't use the swing, right? Then the conversation needs to be had about replacing that swing. Now you go down there with your boys, you fix that swing after you had the conversation about it. Now more kids can play. See, something that small has black people working together. See, we don't work together because we get caught up in this stuff about, well, black people could never come together. Well, if you keep listening to that, you'll never work with black people. you keep listening to people telling you, well, black people can never get together, black people will never work together, black people haven't worked together in 50,000 years. If you keep listening to that, then you will never work with black people. You will never work with a black person. If that's what's in your mind. See, here at the Happy Star Network, we are working together right now. We have a small group of people who are working this 1 o'clock challenge, and we're getting great results. And this all came about because of a statistic that kept being put out there about black women. Now, the 1 o'clock challenge isn't just for black women. We got brothers involved too. So we got black women and black men doing it. And both of them are having it. We only what? We're about to be 5 days in. And we got both brothers and sisters already having success, already feeling good about themselves. See, that's the new black power. Doing something about it. Not sitting up here talking about that number like it's a crying shame or it's going out of style. How many times we going to say black women are 80+% overweight? Black people are unhealthy. We can say that until we blue in the face. It's never going to change until we put the work in to change it. So we got tired of hearing it. So we decided to do something about it. Now say what you want. It's only a handful of people now. But that's not going to stop it from growing because it's working. So more people are bound to join. So say what you want. We're doing something about it. And while you're saying all your negativity, ask yourself, what are you doing to help black people? We're helping black people right now. What are you doing to help black people? What are you doing to help improve our situation? See, that's the new black power. And the gent culture also is a part of the new black power. Again, we want to teach, we want to start raising young boys. We want to start teaching young boys to be polite, courteous, respectful, chivalrous, and honorable young men. So they can begin to repair the relations in their young lives with the young black women that come in their young lives. And if they can start repairing the relations at a young age, when they get older, those relationships will be much, much stronger. And now we'll have a race of young people growing into old people who have strong relations with each other. That's what we hope. That's what we're aiming for. That is what we're trying to do here at the Happy Star Network and the very new up and coming Black Power Network, the BPN channel. When the channel is ready, we will be putting the channel out to a few selected people right now because we don't want a bunch of BS over there right now while we grow the channel. We're only going to have a few people over there as mods. We're going to, we want to grow it first before we start getting riffraff coming over there with their usual BS. Look, I love my black people, but all our opposition have come from other black people. But does that deter us? Does that, make us feel, no, I'm not going to stop caring about black people. Because we got a few bums that don't want to see us have anything good. I'm not. I care about my people. Am I a perfect human being? No, I'm not. None of us are. We all have less than stellar pasts. We all done things that we wish we could take back. We all have had our fair share of bad things in our past. But we have people who continue to be bad and continue to want to just tear up anything that anybody black is trying to do. We have a long way to go as black people, but we're over here trying to do something about it. That's what we're about here at Debbie Star Network. So, that being said, hold on. I'm about to. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got my co-host here named Frankie. Might be asleep. Name, are you asleep? You might be asleep, y'all.
I'm here.
Hey, Bell, you want to come on up? You want me to put the link in the chat, or because it's in Discord already? You want to come on up and say something for? I know you want to say a few things. What's up, bro, Rob? And yeah, and we hope to have brother Rob on to talk about um, innovative ways to teach our children. You know, with the new Black Power comes a new way of educating our children. So we hope to have brother Rob on for an in-depth education study on how what we can do in the mix of COVID-19, what we can do to educate our children properly. So we're looking forward to, hopefully have him on the guest. We can go into that in depth because Brother Rob is an educator, he's a principal. So my brother Rob, peace to you too. So we definitely want to, because he brought up some things yesterday that we want to further talk about our kids being left behind, about kids who are supposed to be problem kids, special aid and things, special ed stuff like that. See, I don't believe any of our kids are special ed unless they got some kind of brain problem. I think our kids are being misdiagnosed. I think these things are happening on purpose. Dame, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Shout out, holler at us for a little bit before we get out of here, before you fall asleep.
Well, all this is connected. We lost the gentleman. There's so few of them. You know, as as they're becoming a minority group. There's a few of them here and there. Um, but as a whole, yes, we don't have a lot of gentlemen.
Yes, we're
And
gonna change that. We're looking to change that over at the BPN network and the Every Star network. Like I said, gent culture. It was in here, but I got the wrong live going. It's on my other live, but it's a hashtag gent culture. Gent culture. We're going to start teaching our young boys how to be gentlemen. I think it's a lost teaching that needs to be brought back. A lot of our young boys are very disrespectful. They have no regard for life. They have no real guidance in life. And as elders, we need to start taking up that mantle. It's clear that there's a lot of brothers out here that don't know what to do with these young boys. And the elders that do know what to do, we need to start stepping in. We need to muscle our way into this culture to help out these young boys. Go ahead, Dave.
well, yeah, yeah, culture needs to be retaught again. It used to be part of the everyday makeup of well, I assume what it was to be a man. You know, not just for dating purpose, but everyday, day to day, uh, when you're interacting out in the world with women. Hmm. Yeah, and someone believes that women's live or independence has made it disappear. No, I've seen a gentleman get around that, and um,
You
and
know, it's
they still be gentlemen.
right.
Hmm.
Well, it's a shaming tactic that's being put out here now. Like, if you're a gentleman, if you're kind, if you're absolutely, bro, brother Rob, and it's so there's a lot of shaming going on. Like, if you are a courteous, whatever, you're a simp. You can't be. What kills me is if you was raised with respect, you're a simp. I'm sure when our fathers was raising us, bro Rob, back in the day, to have respect for people, for our elders, for our women, they didn't have simp in mind. 'Cause my father taught me how to make it on my own. You know, and I've never even heard of the word simp until I came on social media. I never even heard of that word. I think I've gotten through 50 some years in life without ever hearing that word until I came to social media. And so, if you have respect for the women, if you're not out here uh, calling them whores and bees and things like that, and you're talking to them like you have some sense and you have some kind of enthusiasm, you get called a simp. And it's usually by guys who have issues with women, guys who hate women. They're the ones who calling you all of these names. You know, but I don't know any real men that call other men simps. I never called a man a simp. I don't even know what that is. I didn't even know what that was until I came to social media. I never even heard of the word until I came to social media. Never ran to anyone who said it, never heard it, never. It took me a while to figure out what it was. When I got here on YouTube and I heard it, I never paid any mind to it until one day I looked it up. And I was like, wow, really? That's what they call the simp? Okay. So anyway, forget about that. This is just a quick rundown. I wasn't going to do a live tonight because I'm working. I usually don't do lives while I'm working, but I had a few minutes. I decided to jump in. And so remember, the disclaimer for the 1 o'clock challenge, people: consult your doctor before you do this. This is a very powerful fat burning process. So you want to make sure that you're healthy. Okay, we are assuming that you're healthy. We don't know your underlying issues, so only you know your underlying issues. So go to your doctor before taking on a high octane fat burning process like the 1 o'clock challenge. Go to your doctor, make sure your doctor gives you an okay and a clean bill of health to take on this challenge. This challenge is pretty powerful. All right. So please consult your doctor. You should consult your doctor before you try any weight loss program or anything that looks like a weight loss program. Always consult your doctor first because all these weight loss programs assuming that you're healthy. Okay, they don't know what your underlying issues are. Only you know. So make sure you go and get yourself checked out with your doctor. Tell your doctor what you're about to do, so they can tell you if you're healthy enough to see it through. All right. I don't want to see anybody dropping. I want to see happy people at the end of this. I want to see people who met their goals, who feel good about themselves, who got these big ass smiles. Okay, that's what I want to see. Yes, original architect. You're absolutely right. And that's another thing I want to get into. Matter of fact, you can come on that stream too, just by what you're talking about. You need to be a part of that discussion. Hopefully, when we can get Bro Rob on and we really open up this can of education. I would love for you to be on that panel and discuss this because we got to really get into this. The education of our children is extremely important. Exactly. The education of our children is extremely, extremely important. You know, I like what you said there, brother Rob, and original architect. Nah, just you know what? I don't. You know, I don't think there should be 30 kids in a class. That's too many kids for one teacher to handle. I don't care what nobody says. It's hard to teach 30 kids. It's nearly impossible, man. Classrooms should be, in my opinion, there should be no more than 5 students to a teacher. No more than 5 students. 30 kids. That, nah, nah. To me, that's a failing system. All those kids aren't going to be educated. And then with that type of system, you open up these kids to a lot of negative things. Like there was a situation in Jersey, I think it was at PS 14 school, where they fired 5 teachers who were teaching the children according to the way they were dressed. So if the kids came in with name brand clothes, they sat at the front of the class and received all the teachers in the homework. If they didn't have name brand clothes, or if their clothes didn't look like they were up to snuff, they were sat in the back of the class. They were sat in the back of the class and they didn't receive homework to take home. The teachers didn't care what they got, and they were failing. And they finally, peeped that out and found out it was 5 teachers, in total, and got them up out of there. See, stuff like that can happen when you have that many kids in the classroom. See, that would have never have flown at all if it was like 4 or 5 kids. That would have been seen immediately. As a matter of fact, we wouldn't be able to do any shit like that. You can't pull that off with 5 kids. It's impossible. Somebody's going to see that because you only got 5 students. Okay, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. You got 30 students, you can hide that shit. Okay, there's all kinds of things you can say with 30 students. You can say, oh well, the kids are not this and this happened, and the kid won't sit in the middle of the classroom. There's all kinds of excuses that they can make when you got 30 kids. Exactly. Okay. It's hard to do that with 5 students. But with 30 students, you can do a lot of nasty things. You can do a lot of fucked up things to kids and get away with it. Well, for a time anyway. So thank God they got caught. You know. Uh, and that was at PS 14. I think it was PS 14 school in Jersey City. As a matter of fact, I should bring an article up about that. Post that. Y'all got to see that. That was horrific. And I think those teachers get finished. They can't teach anywhere. And they should be finished. You shouldn't have somebody like that teaching our children. And you know what? And what hurt the most, all the teachers were black. That's what hurt the most. They were black. They were white, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I get it. They were black. That's what really hurt about the whole situation. Okay. All right, everybody, it's late and I'm still working. I wanted to come on here and say a few things tonight. It's 44 minutes. But we'll be back tomorrow night. We won't have ladies' night will not air tomorrow night because we're revamping it. Okay, and it will be back the following Saturday, but we're going to air it on 2 channels. It'll be on the Every Star Network, and it'll also be on the new BPN network. Okay, the new BPN channel. It'll be aired in two channels. So it will be back next Saturday. This Saturday, though, we're not going to leave you hanging. We will have a special Gangster Talk Saturday night in place of Ladies' Night until Ladies' Night return the following week. We'll have a Gangster Talk. It's going to be pretty funny. It's going to be pretty, we're going to be talking about casual drinking. We're going to be talking about some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have Lucy up there. We're going to have a ball. Okay? We're definitely going to entertain you. So trust me, you won't be disappointed. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night around 9. We might go live at 9, okay, for special edition of Gangster Talk, okay? And then Ladies Night will be back the following Saturday, and we will be broadcasting on 2 channels, all right? All right, everybody. I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to say peace, power, and unity to you. Make sure you're clicking on your notifications so you get them because YouTube is tripping. Some people get notifications, some people don't. So make sure you reset your notifications. All right, everybody. I want to say peace, power, and unity. And we'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Peace, power, and